And we're here on a Thursday, 11th day of July, 2024. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. We're live here from Studio 5 in downtown Wenatchee. It's a very pleasant morning. It's 73 degrees, nice light breeze. Not going to set a record high today. In fact, we're only going to be about 99, so it's going to be much cooler than yesterday. We set a new record high temperature. Yesterday, we blew past the old record, as a matter of fact. A little worried about the air quality. You got the Pioneer Fire burning up there, of course. We'll get to that in just a little bit. We have an air quality alert that's been issued by the Department of Ecology, but right now the air quality, even up in the general Chelan area, isn't too bad. A little breezy today, slightly cooler. We're going to pop back up into the triple digits, by the way, for the weekend. A continuing long stretch of sunny and hot weather will continue to the foreseeable future. No precipitation at all in the forecast. We need rain, and we ain't getting any. Forecast details will lead off our festivities in just a couple of minutes. We got news. We got sports. Good night for the Mariners, or actually afternoon for the Mariners. 2-0 victory over the Padres. Highlights of that. The Wenatchee Apple Sox touched home plate a whole bunch last night, 17 times. When you score 17 runs, you have a tendency to win, and they did that. They beat Edmonton. Highlights of that coming up. A friendly reminder that we will have Wenatchee Wild Hockey in July. That'll keep you cool, watching guys skate on the ice. It's Thursday. Pause for Pets. Dozer the dog needs a home, and we're going to play those cool videos, the two cool videos from Nick on the Rocks. Nick Zentner is the senior geology lecturer at Central Washington University. I love these videos. One of them is how all those strange rocks, those protruding rocks in the Waterville Plateau came to be, and how Saddle Rock came to be. Very educational and damn entertaining as well. We'll have that for you in the back half of the program. And an opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. Let's go around the valley. We're going to have some spectacular views this morning. There's the Wenatchee Heights camera, and it is looking good. Our high temperatures the last 6 days were this. So you ready? Over the last 6 days, our high temperatures: 100, 98, 98, 103, 104. Yesterday, 105. Whew. We won't get to 100 degrees today. We're looking at more like 99. Let's head on up to Badger Mountain. Take a look at the west side of the valley from our Badger Mountain camera. Specifically, we're looking out over to the old station area, up to Sunny Slope, which continues to climb up Badger Mountain, Birch Mountain, I should say, keeps climbing up there, higher and higher and higher. Sleepy Hollow, all the way out to Monitor and Cashmere. A little bit of snow up in the Enchantments, and we can see the Wenatchee emptying into the Columbia River. To Lake Chelan we go, the Lower Butte camera, and this doesn't look nearly as bad as it did 24 hours ago. Yeah, it's still a little hazy, but it's not too bad up there. Their air quality is right now moderate. It's been worse. We're going to show you a map a little bit later on here this morning of where they think the smoke is going to go today, by the way. That's our Lower Butte camera looking out. You can see the Three Fingers project that's being developed by GBI, and you can see the marina, and you can see a nice dose of Chelan and Campbell's Resort on a very pleasant, quiet, peaceful Thursday morning. And another view from Lake Chelan up Greens Knob Way, and this will tell you, well, it looks like it's a little windy, but keep in mind this is an exposed ridge where it's always windy, or at least breezy, so it looks like it's really blowing up there, and it is blowing at the very top of Greens Knob. But in Chelan proper, let me check right now, there's very little wind in the town of Chelan, nor in Manson. The wind is out of the northwest at just 3 miles an hour. That's it. So that's a bit of a misconception when you see that camera moving like that. That's looking back down towards Chelan, by the way, from Greens Knob, but that camera is quite a ways from Lake Chelan proper. Record highs yesterday all over the place. Wenatchee, 105. That's a new record high. We broke the old record of 101 set back in 1975. Omak got to 108. That tied the record for Omak of 108. That was set back on July the 10th, 1926. Lewiston set a new record of 108, and Spokane set a new record as well. So Omak tied a record high yesterday. Lewiston, Wenatchee, Spokane all set record highs yesterday. Yes, it was warm, and it got really warm really quick. It was like 90 degrees at 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was pretty hot. All right, here's a little video from the National Weather Service. This is the projected trail of the smoke from the Pioneer Fire. You can see that in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. So this is the timeline of where they think the smoke and the haze is going to go. As you can see, it's going to seep down into the Wenatchee Valley, but it looks like the Spokane area is going to get the brunt of it. And a lot of the smoke is going to be very high up in the atmosphere. It's not going to be particularly low. It's not going to be hugging the ground a great deal as it dissipates. So it'll be up there a little bit, but it looks like it's going to blow almost directly just to the east. So we're going to get a little residual snow from the smoke. Boy, I wish we had a little snow. A little residual smoke from the Pioneer Fire up above Lake Chelan. But most of the smoke is going to be relegated out towards the Lilac City of Spokane. So that is a projected map of where they think the smoke is going to go today, because it is going to be still a little breezy. From the National Weather Service, here we go. After hitting a new record high of 105, it'll be much cooler today, only 99. For the afternoon high, a wind out of the northwest about 11 to 14 miles an hour, gusts ending at about 20, so we're still in that little nerve-wracking area, but there's no red flag warning issued right now. With all the ingredients aren't quite there for a red flag warning to be up and running for the National Weather Service. 68 for the overnight low tonight, maybe a little hazy, maybe a little breezy, and then here we go, right back up to 102 on Friday, 102 on Saturday, 100 on Sunday, 98, 98, 99. The overnight lows will be a little more comfortable, more like into the 60s instead of the mid-70s like we've been having over the last week or so. But the hits just keep on coming. We need rain. It's not happening, folks. It's just going to continue to be very hot indeed. My air conditioner has been running nonstop for about 7 days now. It could use the break. It ain't going to get one. We're going to take a break and then come back with the news. You're watching the Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel. The family at the Eppladahlin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Eppladahlin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Eppladahlin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Eppladahlin Independent and Assisted Living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
As sheriff, I arrested rioters, rapists, and mass murderers, locked up human traffickers who preyed on women and children. On my watch, everyone was accountable. Despite being the Attorney General for 12 years, Bob Ferguson does not take responsibility for the rapid increase in crime and homelessness, businesses moving out of state, and jobs lost. And he thinks he deserves a promotion?
Dave Reichert.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
My name's Nick Dirk, and I've been a cinematographer-photographer for over 10 years. I got my start at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. Without the Tech Center, I wouldn't have got my first job in media production 3 months after I graduated high school.
My name is Charlie Voris, and I own Vortex Productions. My work has taken me on exciting adventures all around the world, and I got my start at Wenatchee Valley Tech.
Hey, my name is Oli Mingo, and I'm the Executive Director at Heirloom Creatives in Wenatchee. I am so thankful for Wenatchee Valley Tech to be able to have my dream career.
Lots of sunshine, not a cloud to be seen. 73 degrees, could get a little smoke seeping down here to the Wenatchee Valley for the Pioneer Fire. Outside of that, bountiful sunshine, a little bit of wind, close to 100 for the afternoon high, and nothing but sunny and hot temperatures right through the middle of next week. It's 10 minutes after the hour. Chelan County prosecutors have declined to file charges against a Quincy teenager who was initially suspected of starting the Balsam Root fire outside of Wenatchee last week. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies arrested the 16-year-old shortly after the fire was reported in the Wenatchee foothills on July 5th. They arrested him on suspicion of detonating fireworks that might have ignited the blaze. He remained in the Chelan County Juvenile Detention Center until Tuesday. That's when prosecutors told a juvenile court commissioner that the case was still under investigation and a charge of reckless burning would not be filed. The youth was released but still faces a charge of resisting arrest. Prosecutors say a fire-related criminal case could still be brought after police review the incident further. The Beehive fire in southern Chelan County was contained almost as quickly as it got going on Saturday, and land managers said an ongoing forest treatment plan may deserve part of the credit. The fire burned just 4 acres before responders were able to get it contained. The land around the Beehive Reservoir has been involved in a 20-year forest health strategic plan. More than 2,500 acres have been treated with controlled burns, thinning out of trees, and field breaks since 2018. Chelan County Natural Resources Director Mike Caputa told Chelan County Commissioners this week that the program to reduce wildfire risk seems to have been working.
I do want to point out, you saw this weekend that there was a small fire up in Beehive, right? That fire was started on the Sawyer Trust property, which coincidentally was a piece of property where we worked with Sawyer to do some thinning work up there. We talked to the forester this morning, and he shared with us that he thought there was no doubt that the fire did not spread because of the forest health work that we did up there. So not looking for credit on that, but just saying this stuff works, right? When you do that kind of work, it burned at a low level, gives the emergency response guys more time to respond, which they did, put it out.
The Department of Natural Resources has declared a statewide ban on campfires and other burning on public lands. DNR Commissioner Hillary France put the restriction in place starting at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Multiple wildfires are already burning across the state, and of course it's been really hot. That doesn't help. The outdoor ban includes campfires, charcoal briquettes, and prescribed burning on all forest lands under DNR's jurisdiction through September 30th. France says all Washingtonians should do everything they can to reduce the risk of wildfire. Well, the Moses Lake School District has now reduced 268 total employees after another round of layoffs. The district announced on Tuesday 55 additional classified staff members have been laid off as the school district tries to make up for a $20 million budget deficit. Overall, the reductions in force have resulted in the layoffs of 143 classified staff, 108 certificated staff, 12.5 district office positions, and 4.5 building administrator positions. The district says it still needs to balance the budget by an additional $3.5 million, and the budget is due to be approved by the school board next month. If the district fails to provide a balanced budget by the August deadline, it will automatically enter into a binding condition with the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instructions. The East Wenatchee Safeway store is one of 126 Washington grocery stores marked for sale to a New Hampshire-based grocery chain. The effort is the idea is to smooth the planned merger between the food giants Kroger and Albertsons. The two companies are selling the Washington stores to C&S Wholesale Grocers to combat a lawsuit from Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson claiming that the union of the two chains would cause a statewide monopoly. Kroger and Albertsons have claimed that the merger would help customers and maintain current operations, but Ferguson's lawsuit contends it would hike grocery prices and limit consumer choices as well as state competition. The lawsuit is still ongoing. The sale expected to close by the end of this year. The official crime report for the state of Washington shows that crime dropped statewide last year, except in categories like vehicle theft and hate crimes. The Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs, they compile the state's crime data each year. The report for 2023 finds that violent crimes fell by 5.5% and property crimes down by nearly 12%. There was, however, a 5.5% jump in both auto thefts and hate crimes, and juvenile arrests rose nearly 24%. In the city of Wenatchee, the overall number of reportable crimes rose by 1%. From 2022 to 2023, East Wenatchee saw 10% fewer crimes in total. And speaking of fighting crimes, longtime Wenatchee Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld will be sworn in tonight as the city's new police chief. Reinfeld was selected from among several candidates to lead the department after former police chief Steve Crown retired last month. Wenatchee Mayor Mike Poyer announced the appointment a week ago. The City Council will green light the nomination at its regular meeting tonight. After that, he will take the oath of office. Reinfeld has worked for the Wenatchee Police Department for more than 22 years. He's also a 30-year veteran of the United States Air Force Reserves. And that is the news. At quarter after the hour, the news to get you informed about what's going on around here, because we think it's important, and we know you guys, you've told us you like the news. That's why you watch it. 5 o'clock on television, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock on TV. If you consume your news with a smart TV or your tablet or whatever, if you use the web to watch the news, we got you covered there too. It'll be up and posted on our Facebook page or our homepage, ncwlife.com, on our YouTube page. We have an app. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, you can do it right now. There's the QR code. Pick up your smartphone and click away, and you'll have the app right there on your smartphone. And don't forget, if there's something out there that we need to know about, send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Mariners won by just a little bitty bit. Apple Sox won by a great big bit. Baseball and sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Just about 19 minutes after the hour, Bryce Miller was good. 6 solid innings of work. Julio Rodriguez made a remarkable defensive play, and the Mariners beat the Padres 2-0.
And misses up, and the tag just takes too long to come down, and Cal Raleigh slides in safely.
Oh, right past the rise into right field, and that stolen base paying dividends right away. Cal Raleigh scores. And the Mariners on the board early. Polanco puts it in play. The Mariners lead it 1-0.
And here she comes, swinging a fly ball into straightaway center field. Coming in, Julio gets behind it. He's there and he makes the catch. Tagging at third, heading home is Solano. The throw to the plate, and it's going to be in time. Solano's out at home. The ball bounces in, true right to Cal Raleigh, who makes the tag. Solano is out at home, and a great throw by Julio Rodriguez. And that's how you get out of a bases loaded jam. What a throw.
Got to go right through his legs, and it helped play to run. This time it's socked on a line out to the gap in right center field. Raley is pedaling around third base. He is coming home, and he scores with a slide. Polanco drives in the Mariners' second run, and they extend the lead. It's 2-0 in the top of the fourth. Oh, little air. France at first base. Ty climbing the ladder. 2 outs.
Well, we talk about defense behind good pitching. And this is a well-timed lead by Ty France. And right into the webbing of the glove.
Munoz 1 pitch away. Lined into center. JP makes the catch. And the ball game is over. The Mariners combine to shut out the Padres in San Diego as Munoz slams the door. And the Mariners win it 2-0, the final score.
Manager Scott Service said after the game that starter Bryce Miller and closer Andres Munoz had command of their pitches.
Hats off. I thought Bryce Miller really executed his game plan today. Not a ton of swing and miss. They put the ball in play. That's what the Padres do, as good as anybody in the league. But, you know, he's been so good at home. He struggled a little bit on the road. So I thought the play that Julio made in the second inning, I think it was, to throw the guy out of the home, really kind of like, okay, shot in the arm, let's go get him now. And he was on the attack, you know, after that. But throwing strikes, changing speeds, you know, was getting them off the barrel. You know, get 6 clean innings against that team is really hard to do. And then Andres Munoz has been incredible the first half of the season. It's a shame he's not in the All-Star team. I certainly hope he gets added to it because the number of, you know, 4-out, even 5-out saves that he has gotten us this year has just been, it's been a difference maker. There's no question about it. And it was a little bit on the edge. Didn't have great command there early, but he found it. And that's what you have to do in those spots. He executed, made huge pitches. Jorge's starting to gain some confidence. And we talked about, you know, making some adjustments and going about it a little bit differently, and he is. And he's starting to get some results. The quality at bat is improving. Got a long ways to go. We have a lot of big games to play. This guy has a proven track record. No matter where you're at, I said it earlier, if the game's telling you something, you need to listen to it. He's making some adjustments right now, and it's great to see him getting some results. Coming into today's game, I had a feeling it was going to be low scoring, and we had to outpitch him, and that's what we did. So nice to win back-to-back games here against a really good offensive club, and hopefully carry it on to Anaheim.
Mariners open a 4-game series. As the manager just said, they'll be in Anaheim to take on the Los Angeles Angels tonight. Louis Castillo will be on the hill for Seattle. Jack Konakowicz will make his major league debut for the Angels. To the American League West scoreboard we go. Seattle won, Houston won, but Texas lost. Texas had won 5 straight, but they lost, as you can see. The Angels got the better part of them, 7-2, but Houston crushed the Miami Marlins, and Oakland got by Boston 5-2. So the Mariner lead remains 2 games over Houston and 6.5 now over Texas. The Wenatchee Apple Sox scored in every inning except one. They crushed the Edmonton Riverhawks 17-5 last night at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Wenatchee set a new single-game high for runs scored for this year. Wenatchee has plated 42 runs over their last 3 games. In fact, the Apple Sox lead the West Coast League with 258 runs, which is 58 more than the next closest team.
Sam Kane batting second the order. No one aboard. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It did get through the legs of Morisaki. He picks up the baseball and fires over to first base to complete the strikeout. And there are 2 down here in the first inning. Ahern ready to go. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's his second punch out of a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first with Wenatchee coming to the plate in a moment. Gonzalez, Hartman, and Doherty due up. And we'll be back with more in a moment on the Apple Sox Radio Network. The 2-2 offering to McFeely. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 straight punch-outs for Garrett Ahern, and 1 down here in the second inning. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 4 punch-outs on the big righty from Grand Canyon as he works back-to-back 1-2-3 game innings to open up tonight's game. We'll take a quick break and be back with the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Apple Sox, and you're listening to the Apple Sox Radio Network. The 0-1. Swung on and lifted down the left field line. This one is going to get down for extra bases. Cannon Peary's going to drive in Roberto Gonzalez. Hartman also gets the wave home. The relay is late, and Wenatchee retakes the lead. Another 2-bagger for Cannon Peary as he plates a pair here in the third inning. Hartman and Gonzalez score. It's 3-1 Apple Sox. Right-hander fires. Swung on, hit up the middle and off of Orphaley into no man's land. An RBI single. Freeberg in to score. And Mad Max gets the job done here. Gonzalez the second, Morisaki the third, and Freeberg runs back to the dugout with the Apple Sox fourth run of the game. Another payoff pitch coming from Miles Chamberlain against his first hitter of the night. The pitch. Breaking ball, served out toward left center field. A long run for Watson. He will not get to it. It bounces to the wall. In to score easily, Morisaki. Gonzalez and Hartman right behind him. The throw home not in time. Doherty's into third with a bases clearing triple. The 3-2. Swung on and put into shallow center field. This ball will drop in. It's a 2-out RBI single for Kanoa Morisaki. His second hit in as many innings, and this time it drives in Jace Hampson to make it 8-1 Wenatchee. The 1-0. Peary connects and hits it into center field. Morisaki scores. Gonzalez waved around. He will score as well. 2 more runs driven in for Cannon Peary. The 1-0. Swung on and hit out the opposite way. Ranging back, McFeely to the track. Watches this one hit off of the fence. Doherty scores. Around from third base to score. It's Peary and a 2 RBI double for Jonathan Fitz. Wenatchee ends. Now the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball, third base side. Gonzalez, gloves, tosses to first, and it's in time as Wenatchee defeats Edmonton with a 17-5 triumph here tonight. It's a season-high 17 runs for the Apple Sox to even up this midweek series and force a rubber match tomorrow night at 7:05 p.m. Well, that does it for our coverage of this one as the Apple Sox defeat the Riverhawks tonight, and we will be back with post-game coverage in just a moment. Stick around for more on the Apple Sox Radio Network.
Wenatchee and Edmonton, by the way, wrap up their 3-game series tonight at 7:05. Left-hander Cam Hoyland gets the nod for the Apple Sox. How did the rest of the West Coast League do yesterday? Here's your scoreboard from Les Schwab. Port Angeles just snuck by Kamloops. Kelowna got by Nanaimo. It was an extra inning affair between Yakima Valley and Corvallis, but Yakima Valley got the better part of it. Bend crushes Cowlitz 11-2. Ridgefield gets by Walla Walla 7-1. Couple of non-leaguers. Bellingham beats the Northwest Stars at 6-5, and the Dub C Fish Sticks fall to Victoria. The final was 3-1. So the standings, of course, we have a little asterisk next to Wenatchee because we've already punched our ticket to the playoffs by winning the first half, and we could also win the second half. And if we win both halves, we would host the West Coast League Championship game, provided we get that far. But there's a lot of baseball yet to be had. They have a half-game lead over Nanaimo and Kamloops, a 1-game lead over Kelowna and Bellingham. We know it's hot. Here's an idea to cool down. Kick back and watch a little Wenatchee Wild hockey. It's Fire and Ice hockey in July. There's your schedule. It's been going, and we got more games this weekend. On Saturday, you can watch the Wild take on Victoria at 1 o'clock and Spokane at 7 o'clock. And then on the 14th, it's the Wild in Kelowna from last year at 1 o'clock, and the Wild and Spokane at 7 o'clock. It's a good way to kill a little time and get ready for Wenatchee Wild hockey, who, by the way, will have a big announcement later on today. Eric will have that in sports tonight. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. 6 obscure holidays I could have chosen. But did not. World Population Day. By the way, there's a lot of us. National Blueberry Muffin Day. National Mojito Day. It's National 7-Eleven Day because of the date, July 11th. There you go. National Swimming Pool Day. I wish I still had mine. Today, it's a delicacy grown right here in North Central Washington. It's National Rainier Cherry Day. And yes, it was named after Mount Rainier. And we have Harry Fogel to thank for this. Back in 1952, Harry Fogel at Washington State University developed the Rainier. He crossbred Bing cherries with Van cherries, and there you go. The Rainier is a premium type of cherry. It gets big-time money on overseas markets, and why not? They're very sweet. They're one of the sweetest cherries out there. The flesh is yellow. You can eat them by the handful. I love cherries. They don't love me. Also helps with the good for you. Potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C. They also mature and get ready to pick earlier than most other cherry varieties. And yes, Rainier cherries are in high demand, not only domestically but overseas. A lot of orchardists have made the Rainier their specialty. Because if you have a good year, you can make some good money. That looks good right now, doesn't it? It's the bottom of the hour. Today in history. 220 years ago today, July 11th, 1804, in Weehawken, New Jersey, the Vice President of the United States, Aaron Burr, shoots and kills Alexander Hamilton, the former Secretary of the Treasury. Needless to say, they did not like one another. Now, dueling had been prohibited in New York and in New Jersey, but Hamilton and Burr agreed to go to Weehawken, New Jersey, because even though it was banned, New Jersey wasn't really prosecuting offenders when it came to dueling. Obviously, the political ramifications were huge. If you're Vice President of the United States, you're not supposed to shoot and kill somebody, no matter who it is. Shooting and killing Alexander Hamilton was not a good idea. He was charged in both New York and New Jersey. The charges were either dismissed or resulted in an acquittal. So Aaron Burr, for all intents and purposes, got away with it, but his political career was dead, and Alexander Hamilton was really dead 220 years ago today. 110 years ago today, July 11th, 1914, Babe Ruth makes his debut in Major League Baseball. He strikes out in his very first at-bat in the major leagues, but he pitched really well because he was one of the best left-handed pitchers of his time. He pitched the Red Sox to a 4-3 victory over Cleveland. Babe Ruth, the man who would change baseball and sports for that matter forever, makes his debut 110 years ago today. 64 years ago today, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee is first published. Of course, it was required reading in junior high. It's still on the list. This book, last I checked, on the American Library Association's list of the most challenged books in school libraries. It's number 21. Almost all of the school districts in the South, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Virginia, and a few others, you have to get parents' permission to read To Kill a Mockingbird. Of course, it was the only published book by Harper Lee until Go Set a Watchman, which was an earlier draft of To Kill a Mockingbird. And it was named, not recently, the best novel of the 20th century. And it's a good book. I've read it a couple of times. You remember this? You remember Skylab? Here it is, Skylab, the very first space station, which was launched in 1973, re-enters the Earth's atmosphere and is destroyed over the Indian Ocean. This was an international media sensation. They actually sold T-shirts. You could go out and buy Skylab repellent and spray it on your body. This was big because nobody knew. NASA didn't know. Nobody knew where the hell this damn thing was going to land. Luckily, it landed in the Indian Ocean, and parts of it landed in Australia. The San Francisco Examiner offered $10,000 to the first piece of Skylab delivered to its offices. Stan Thornton found 24 pieces of Skylab at his home in Western Australia. And a Philadelphia businessman flew him, his parents, and his girlfriend to San Francisco. He collected the $10,000 prize, and the businessman who flew him there, because he couldn't afford to do it himself, threw in an extra $1,000 for his trouble. That was huge back in the summer of '79. I remember it well. And finally, one of the most unique baseball promotions ever. The 1982 Cincinnati Reds sucked. There's no other way to put it. And on July 11th, 1982, 42 years ago today, the Cincinnati Enquirer runs a contest. The readers of the Cincinnati Enquirer were asked to pick the date and the time when the Reds would be eliminated from the playoffs. The winner of the contest would get 2 tickets to the last home game of the year. First prize, 2 tickets to the last home game of the year. Second prize, 4 tickets to the last home game of the year. One birthday, we always do presidents. This man may have been the smartest president ever. His estimated IQ was 165. John Quincy Adams was the 6th president of the United States. He was an aide-de-camp to his dad. Of course, he was the 2nd president. He went to Harvard, graduated 2nd in his class, diplomat to Holland. He was our very first United States ambassador to Russia. He was a United States senator. He was the Secretary of State to James Monroe. He actually wrote the Monroe Doctrine. James Monroe got credit for it, but it was John Quincy Adams who actually did it. He was fluent in 8 foreign languages. As president, he got his exercise every morning by taking a swim in the Potomac River naked. Just thought I'd throw that out there. He also negotiated the Adams-Onis Treaty, which gave us Florida. So the next time you're in Florida, you can thank John Quincy Adams for that. And rather than retiring from public service, John Quincy Adams won election to the House of Representatives after he was president. And he would serve from 1831 until he died in 1848. He is the only former president to be elected to the House of Representatives after he was president. All right, special thanks to our platinum sponsor. That would be Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. I told you my air conditioner has been running nonstop for almost a week. It's probably not good for it, but it's still running. If it breaks, guess who I'm calling? Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air and our friends at Colonial Vista, specifically Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. Nick Zentner's Nick on the Rocks is coming up. Mike McNalty's got an opinion about winning friends and influences people. But first of all, Dozer the dog needs a home. It's Pause for Pets.
Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And this big hunk of love is Dozer. Dozer is our 6-year-old pit bull mix. And he's got the biggest head of any dog we have here right now. He's our gentle giant. His favorite pastimes include giving lick baths. And just sitting by your side and walks. Those are his favorite. People are his absolute favorite in the whole world. More than stuffed animals, more than balls. He just wants to be by your side. He's just such a sweetheart. He's, maybe because of his age, he's really mellow. He just likes to relax and hang out. Just really great level of energy. Really sweet boy. We've had him for 3 or 4 weeks now. He came to us as a stray, so we don't know a lot of his history, but we fell in love immediately with this sweet boy. And we need to find him a home because he deserves it. Yes, you do. So as usual, we don't know about cats, but he is really non-reactive. For the most part, to our dogs. So he would probably get along well with another dog in a home, but we always advise that you bring your own dog if you have one to introduce and see if they like each other. Yeah. But I really think he would be a wonderful addition to any family. He's not noisy or jumpy. He's just really chill. With his big face. Dozer also knows a few tricks. He's really good at sitting. He will sit just from eye contact, like he can read your mind. When you stop, he'll stop and he'll sit and look at you. It's adorable. Yes, he loves snacks. So I think he'd be really easy to learn some new things because he is so treat motivated, especially hot dogs. So if you would like to come meet Dozer, we are open from 12:30 to 6:30, Thursday through Tuesday, or you can make an appointment online for Wednesday, whichever time works best for you. We would love you to come meet him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie says we should be willing to admit when we're wrong. There's no shame in being wrong. And sometimes, Carnegie says, if we could only guarantee that we will be right only 51% of the time, we can go to Wall Street and get rich. Now, I try to remember that, and I try to be willing to admit when I've been wrong about something. Now, for example, I thought I had made a mistake yesterday, but I later realized that I hadn't. Okay? This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
What does it mean to be curious? For my students, curiosity creates opportunities for a bigger and brighter future.
The golden wheat fields of the Waterville Plateau in northern Washington, just like the plains of West Texas. And yet, boulders like these, thousands and thousands of haystack rocks, as they're known locally, are made out of basalt lava. There has to be a story to these boulders, right? There is. It's a 17,000-year-old story involving ice. So how are you supposed to make a living growing wheat if you have these incredible haystack rocks out in your fields? They're too big to move. Well, the farming has been done here for more than a century around the haystack rocks. So the boulders haven't been moved by the farmers, but the boulders themselves were moved. They were carried by the Canadian ice sheet. 17,000 years ago, the ice sheet crossed the border from the north. The ice sheet was at least 2,000 feet thick right here. And these boulders were picked up over by the Columbia River north of here, just a few miles. And the cliffs of that Columbia Gorge were made out of basalt lava rock. The ice sheet picked up pieces of the basalt, carried them a few miles, and set them here. It's almost like these haystack rocks have been carefully laid down on a string and plopped right here. To confirm our story, to make sure it's an ice sheet story and not an ice age flood story or some other kind of story, let's look carefully underneath Jaeger Rock to look for specific evidence. This is Jaeger Rock, and this is Glacial Till, the key to the whole story. This deposit's almost like a nest underneath Jaeger Rock. And the deposit itself has a sandy matrix to it, this kind of gray stuff. But there's rocks within this that are kind of polished, angular to subrounded. Most of them are basaltic in nature. There's no layering, there's no organization to this stuff. This is poorly sorted rock in Glacial Till. If you go to Antarctica today or Greenland today, you'll find glacial till like this being deposited during our lifetime. So here on the plateau, it's 17,000-year-old glacial till. The ice is gone, but the evidence remains that the ice sheet was right here near Mansfield, Washington. Haystack rocks, glacial till, okay, yeah. But the most famous and beautiful features is also a glacial deposit here on the plateau, the Withrow Moraine. An incredibly delicate, linear ridge composed of glacial till and haystack boulders. And to the south of the moraine, there are no boulders. The ice never got the southern half of the Waterville Plateau, but north of the moraine, boulders everywhere. So the moraine shows us the precise southern margin of the Canadian ice sheet. And 17,000 years ago, from the moraine north, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 feet of ice. But south of the moraine, no ice history at all. The moraine, the haystack rocks of the Waterville Plateau, a 17,000-year-old record of ice in Washington State.
This series was made possible in part with the generous support of Pacific Science Center.
Don't miss the Grant County Fair in Moses Lake, August 13th through the 17th. Leading the entertainment list is Diamond Rio, Thursday, August 15th, with special guest Katie Wade. Friday night is 90s favorite Chingy with special guest DJ Precise. And Wednesday night, two of the best tribute bands in the country, Best of Both Worlds, a Van Halen tribute, and Crazy Train, an Ozzy tribute. VIP tickets are available at gcfairgrounds.com.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Downtown Wenatchee, something for everyone. Find custom floral designs for any occasion at Mountain Chick Floral. Even more wonderful plants and gifts abound in every corner in their new location at 7A South Wenatchee Avenue.
The Original Children's Shop offers sweet summertime outfits for your newborn to 8-year-old. Stop in for all the essentials you need to have a fun summer. Swimsuits, sandals, towels, sand toys, and more. Shop online or in our store.
Downtown Wenatchee, it's all here.
What does it mean to be curious? For my students, curiosity creates opportunities for a bigger and brighter future.
Wenatchee, Washington is down there on a perfect late spring evening. And this is Saddle Rock, a pinnacle of volcanic lava that looms above the Columbia River. There's more than Saddle Rock. There's many of these pinnacles that are 44 million years old. That's a new date from new research. What kind of rock is up here? What kind of volcano story can be told by studying Saddle Rock? Hint, it's older than the Cascade volcanoes. Okay, top of Saddle Rock. This is rhyolite, and rhyolite is very stiff lava. This is not the kind of volcanic rock that you typically see in the well-known Cascade volcano line like Mount Rainier and Mount St. Helens. It's a pink volcanic rock with these little white chunks inside, little smoky quartz crystals. Well, this is very stiff, sticky lava. And so each of these pinnacles is a rhyolite dome, a squirt of very toothpaste-like magma that was part of a very explosive volcanic system. Saddle Rock, beautiful pinnacle. There's a whole family of these volcanic outcrops, including this one here. This is Wenatchee Dome, just like it sounds, a dome of lava. But there's a specific story about all of these outcrops. They tell the same story with age and chemistry. Let's look a little bit more carefully at this volcanic outcrop and try to put a story together. Saddle Rock, 44 million year old rhyolite. Wenatchee Dome, same stuff. Castle Rock, Black Thumb, Rooster Comb. If this is too old for the Cascades and it's rhyolite, what should we be visualizing for this area at that time? This is a welded tuff. It's the result of a pyroclastic flow, an ignimbrite, an ash flow tuff. Those phrases all mean the same thing. The most explosive, dangerous, ground-hugging hurricanes of ash, rock, gas, coming to rest, welding in place with a volcanic vent close by. This is much closer to a supervolcano story than it is a composite cone volcano. We're still trying to work out the details of if there's a supervolcano here, or where the vents are, or what the volcano actually looked like. But it's major progress to realize that all of these pinnacles at Wenatchee tell the same story. So yes, this is a volcano story, but no, this is not volcanoes standing on this landscape for 44 million years. Let's not get carried away. This is an underground story. So these pinnacles of rhyolite lava were actually underground, fingers of magma working their way up through soft sandstones. Some of them got to the surface and exploded violently. But these pinnacles are the result of eroding soft sandstone over the last 44 million years, and what's left standing? These fingers of frozen magma that today preside over Wenatchee, Washington.
This series was made possible in part with the generous support of Pacific Science Center.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, family owned and operated on North Wenatchee Avenue, right next to Hooked on Toys. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue uses only fresh ingredients, handcrafted with love, including authentic Hawaiian barbecue and Japanese-style ramen noodle soups. And the bubble teas will keep you coming back for more. Enjoy the culinary tour of the Pacific Rim with Hawaiian barbecue lunches and combo plate classics, as well as ramen noodle soups. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Enjoy their comfort food like you're one of the family.
Introducing Wenatchee's Riverfront District.
Call ahead to the Cheesemonger in the Pybus Public Market for gourmet cheese trays for your event or dinner party. Imported or domestic cheese, salami, olives, and more. Entertain your guests with the best from the Cheesemonger.
Visit the Wenatchee Riverfront District for fun, food, and entertainment.
.75 degrees here in the big city after temperatures of 100, 98, 98, 103, 104, and 105 yesterday. It's going to be much cooler today. Only about 99. Yeah, a little bit of wind, not much. Could get some smoke seep down here in the Wenatchee Valley from the Pioneer Fire. Most of the smoke is going to blow to the east. We should be okay, but they issued an air quality alert anyway. The Department of Ecology did. 68 for the overnight low tonight. Again, could get a little hazy, a little bit of a wind, but not too much. And then we go right back up to triple digits again. 102 on Friday, 69 for the overnight low Friday night. Saturday, it's off to the pool or the lake or wherever it may be. 102 on Saturday, 100 on Sunday, 100 close to 100 on Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday. We know it's July, and it's July in north central Washington, the Wenatchee Valley. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be hot. But this is a long, long stretch of this stuff that is not going to end anytime in the near future. And unfortunately, no rain in the forecast either, which is what we really need. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.